It's easy to like drop a tire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not even thinking about it, especially in Colorado. It's known for how much pot,
Yeah.
you know, Mile High. The
Yeah.
high is capitalized, the Mile High City.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, when you're just high as fuck and you're out cruising around, especially in a dangerous situation like that, you can't always tell what's near you. And sometimes if you're driving like your Subaru Outback and you've got your life partner in the passenger seat and 4 Labrador retrievers in the back,
Labradoodles. Yeah.
Labradoodles.
Yeah.
It's easy, you know, to hit something you didn't want to hit, maybe curb up one of your wheels. Let's say you got some of those nice OZ Rally wheels and you had some 26-inch all-terrain tires on them.
Yeah.
And but you just fuck the paint up on your rims. Like, what exactly are you going to do? Well, the Horsepower Hour now has a solution for you because we have a brand new sponsor. It is Santiam Powder Coating. These guys, you know Roy.
I'm friends with Roy, yes.
Roy over at Santiam Powder Coating, the dude knows what he's doing, and he knows the plight that people go through trying to get powder coating done. Powder coating's not one of those things. Have you ever noticed this? You don't really hear, oh, I've got a buddy that can do it. Powder coating's not really that thing. If you've got a buddy that powder coats, you're going to show up at his house. He's going to have an old electric range stove in his garage, and he's just spraying this stuff in the air. You know, that's not, there's no professional, my buddy does powder coating. You're going to go to one of the giant places that does huge quantities of production stuff. You're going to ask them to re-powder coat your wheel, and you're going to get it back and only powder coat sprayed on the front, and it's going to have chips and hair and all kinds of stuff in it. That is what usually happens when you take a wheel or a set of wheels into a big production powder coat shop. Not these guys, not Santiam Powder Coating. If you want stuff done right and done right the first time and not cost you an arm and a leg, there is nowhere else to go except for Santiam Powder Coating. I encourage you guys to go and check them out. It is facebook.com/Santiam Powder Coating. Check them out online. We are going to have the phone number in the description of this podcast. Give them a call. Get yourself a quote. Roy is very excited to be working with us. He is going to be our summer-long sponsor, and we do appreciate him for doing that. Did you end up with anything falling off of your truck that needs to be repowder coated?
No, not quite. I did almost have my skid plate fall off. It was just as I was coming in home, though. I was like, man, that's clanking real loud. And apparently 4 of the 6 bolts that hold on my skid plate are scattered between here and Colorado somewhere. So,
well, I have good news. I was just talking to Roy the other day, and I asked him if he would be able to do a rainbow pattern on your skid plate for Pride Month. It's a little late now because you were on your trip.
That's true.
But we can get that worked up for next year. No problem.
I've had Roy do a lot of projects for me, and he's highly skilled, and he's big enough to have all the right equipment. He's small enough to work on your project, though.
Exactly.
Before I realized Roy was doing powder coat years ago, I tried some local places, and that's the thing, is they're doing massive mass production things. They don't really want to do your wheel. They don't want to do the little part that you made. And they will for an insane price. Roy is the perfect size. He's big enough. He's got all the right stuff. He's small enough to work with you.
That's right.
And that's what I love about Roy. That, and he's just genuinely good dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I always love a place that's got 4 employees instead of 40 employees.
That helps. Yeah.
Because if it's just you, if you're the sole proprietor, you know, that, I don't know. I don't want to crap on the sole proprietorship. We're a sole proprietorship here with the podcast, you know, but a lot of times you kind of wonder, what kind of quality am I going to get? But then when you realize he has a dedicated sandblasting person and a dedicated powder coating person and a dedicated oven person, that's when you know you're hitting that sweet spot.
Yep.
They got something good going on.